మిత్రులారా, బంధువులారా, వెల్కమ్ టు సౌత్ ఏషియా మ్యాప్స్. యువర్ ప్రజెంటర్ డాక్టర్ జె రెడ్డి, జె తిరుపతి రెడ్డి. We are continuing our India villages and towns series, taking a particular rural or urban area and expanding it further with reference to geography, physiography, history, culture, human ecology that gives a broader perspective. As a part 4, we are talking about a very important village called Chinnadandluru Village. It is present near a prominent urban center, Proddutur, on Pavitra Pinakini Nadi Basin, Penna River Basin, in the historic Kadapa district or Kadapa district of Rayalaseema region, ceded region, or Seemandhra region of Deccan Dakshinapatha. So I have put the భారతదేశంలో గ్రామాలు చిన్నదల్లూరు గ్రామము, ప్రొద్దుటూరు గ్రామము గురించి ఈ దినము తెలుసుకుందాము. కడప జిల్లా. After this presentation, you will get a deeper understanding of the concept of the village, this particular village, Chinnadandluru, and its broader geographic, physiographic, and human ecology aspects. Mitrana, and this is our India villages and towns series, humans, villages and ecology. We are talking about part 4. Indian village, Chinnadandluru village near Proddutur town, maybe 5 kilometers southwest of Proddutur town, Kadapa district of Seemandhra Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh. All these presentations I have posted at my education channel, South Asia Maps, J. Reddy. There are around about 700 presentations. I have binned them into around about 70 or so playlists. You can pick and choose the point of your interest, all present at South Asia Maps, J. Reddy. Previously, I have covered broader understanding of India villages, their geographical area, surface area. Especially in this part 1, I covered South India villages, and we discerned, like in Seemandhra Pradesh, average village is 9.9 kilometers, adjoining Telugu speaking Telangana region 10 kilometers or so. We talked about that if the average village area in Andhra Pradesh is 9 square kilometers, the current village we are talking about, Chinnadandluru village, is 22 square kilometers. This is a very big village where I spent most of the formative years in the village of my father, and my mother hails from the Renadu region near princely state of Banganpalli, but this is the village I also spent a lot of my years, so we'll be talking about that. You can find the village information here. I will also show more about that. And these are some of the physiographic regions and geographic regions we will be covering about surrounding this village. The village sits in the Pinakini River Basin, Penna River Basin. So, if that font in the previous one is less, you can see it more. We will be covering of these physiographic regions. Penna River Basin, or broadly Kadapa Basin, and Muddanuru Gap between the Eramala Hills, adjoining northern part Koduru River Valley or Nandyal Valley, of course the Yerramala mountain outliers, and adjoining Pulivendula region basin, and Maganuru Yeru River Basin, that is a small river, and Papagni River Basin and Chitravati River Basin. Madras Bombay railway track goes near the village or walkable distance from the village, Chinnadandluru village, and broadly we'll cover about the The village is 22 square kilometers. This is the areas of the bigger areas, the Sri Lanka and Tamil Nadu, Utkal, Orissa, Bharat. This is in 1000 square kilometers to give you a broader and deeper perspective. And the overall coverage, if you understand, as we discussed before, the 22 square kilometers of the village, the current village, Chinnadandluru, and a broader understanding of ecological concepts of visible acreage of, let's say, this village, Chinnadandluru, having a trade relations and distant village for food, fodder, fiber, or minerals, metals, that is invisible acreage, and this is the now the village uses substantial amount of fertilizers, pesticides, and so on. At the fossil acreage, all these areas has to be kept in mind when we talk about the villages and village depleting the resources and leaving less and less for the next generation, diachronic competition, and so on. All these things are very important. The people now, half of the village is cropland. That means they have taken over the lot of the area and the drawing down the resources. These concepts broadly fits into when you talk about the village, and I discussed them elsewhere. So this is the village Chinnadandluru, 22 kilometers near Kadapa, and this is the Penna River. I will show the maps actually different perspective. That's the entire purpose of this. This is just a brief perusal. The village sits around about 165 meters mean sea level. What does it mean is the Delhi, the capital territory, Indraprastha region is around about 222 meters mean sea level. The ridge may be little higher, 30-40 meters. The Simla is 22 meters about mean sea level. Tirumala Tirupati Venkateswara's Sanctum Sanctorium Pavitra Sthalam is around about 1 kilometer mean sea level, or 975 meters, same as the railway station of Yeshwantpura in Bangalore. That's Prayaga Tirthraj, and Triveni Sangam is 100 meters. So you can have a broader idea. And that is 165 meters above sea level. Penna River, this is the Chinnadandluru village, this is the Proddutur prominent urban center, has around about 0.3 million people or so, 3 lakh or so. Chauduru village, this is the adjoining Kundu River valley. Kundu River flows here. That is the tributary of Pennakini River or Penna River. So Nandyal Valley, Kalamalla ranges, these are the Yerraguntla ranges. This is the Chitravati River, Papagni River, we will show somewhere else. This is the Muddanuru, this is the gap, and the railway line also goes there. This is the Pulivendula basin, and so on. 1 square kilometer is 100 hectares, that is round about 250 meters. How does this compare to overall? Very easy. Mahi, this is an exclave of Pondicherry in the Malabar district of northern Kerala, is 9 square kilometers area. Yanam district in the Godavari delta of Pondicherry is 20 square kilometers. That means Chinnadandluru village is much bigger than a district of Pondicherry, even though that itself is a small area. So 22 instead of 20 here. So the village area is 2207 hectares, that is 22 square kilometers. You have to multiply into 2.5 to get the acres. Households is 500 people live there. Nearby places of Chinnadandluru are Proddutur town, Potladurthi village, and Malepadu village, and Kalamalla village, railway station, Illuru village, Gopalapuram and Gopalapuram, and Chilamkur. There is a thermal power plants reside there. Muddanuru railway station, this is the gap town, and Hanumanagutti, Yerraguntla railway junction, and Rayalaseema thermal. So that is the 1 square kilometers Mahi, and so this is the overall areas, 3.2 million square kilometers entire India, 874,000 square kilometers across the Radcliffe line. You can say the village is 22, Mahi is 8 kilometers. So that is the broadly about the village, and we'll talk more about this village. And I got this village from this place. You can see that information. the website where it is all the villages in India. So you can see the Chinnadandluru village here. So this is the Penna River or Pinakini River, Gopalapuram and Sirigepalle, Sankarapuram town. You can see, and adjoining that Proddutur urban center, and Kalamalla railway station here, and Koduru, Malepadu, other urban center. This is the Mailavaram Dam reservoir. This is the Gandikota reservoir. You can see the Yerraguntla ranges there. This is the Yerraguntla ranges. Kalamalla town sits at the end of the Yerraguntla ranges. The village itself is around about 165 square kilometers. This is in the Yerraguntla Mandalam, and that is in the Telugu language. And I went there, and these are all the villages, and we take about Chinnadandluru here. If you click that, it gives the village information. So they are telling about the Chinnadandluru. The important thing is we say it's around about 2000 hectares, 22 square kilometers. That's what I am trying to show here. So the cultivated area 1258, other area 1000. This is the arable land, cropland. If you make 1000, you make it 1200, 2200 square kilometers. So that maps of what we talked about. That is the average village. The area is 22 square kilometers, means 2200 hectares. So we covered that broadly. So where does the village resides? This is the old prehistory, the Radcliffe time map. This is the princely state of Banganpalli. It is somewhere here in the Kadapa district, Nellore district, Kurnool district. It's in the Kadapa district area. So you have to remember certain landmarks. This is the Gandhi. This is the Gandhi Gorge, the Gandhi Reservoir, Gandikota Reservoir, not Gandhi. This is the Mailavaram, Malepadu. You can see the Proddutur somewhere here. So near Proddutur, the Kalamalla railway station. You can see this is the Chinnadandluru. They have shown the Chinnadandlur village, round about 22 square kilometers. That means 2200 or 2200 hectares area. And this is the Mudanuru railway station, and we'll see that. So Proddutur town as usual, and this is Proddutur is across the Penna River, other side. So this is the Chinnadandluru. You can see this is the Chinnadandluru. This is the Yerraguntla, the outliers of Yerraguntla hills. This is the Gandikota reservoir. This is the Mailavaram reservoir and Malepadu. You can see the same thing in a different perspective. You have to remember certain landmarks. So this is the Kadapa basin or Penna River basin. This is the Koduru River valley. These are the Yerraguntla mountains. This is the Nalamala mountains. This is the Rayalaseema upland region. And so this is the Gandikota reservoir. This is the Mailavaram reservoir. So now Yerraguntla being the railway junction, this is the Yerraguntla railway junction, and Mandal means a sub-district, SRT you can say. This is the Proddutur, this is the Pinakini River, this is the Papagni River, this is the Chitravati River. The village is somewhere here, because this is the Yerraguntla, this is the Malepadu. You can see this is the village. This is the village here, 165 meters or so. So this is the Kalamalla railway station. We used to walk to that, walkable distance, 1 or 2 hours it takes to walk there. And this is the Kondapuram railway station. As we move ahead, you will see major urban center, historic city of Thadipatri will be there. This is the Thadipatri railway station. This is of course the Somasila reservoir, and this is the Kadapa. This is the Kamalapuram. Historic, it is belong to the Kamalapuram Taluk before, and yeah, we talked about that. And that is about, you can a broader understanding of how the village fits in, you can look in the Rayalaseema series. I talked about this extensively elsewhere, and the Rayalaseema series, I have nearly 60 or so presentations. You can look at them, and that broadly gives the, so this is the Kadapa basin, this is the Papagni Chitravati, somewhere here near the south of the Penna River, the village is present, and that's I covered. So that is about the fascinating, very big village called Chinnadandluru Village near Proddutur town on the bank of river Pinakini in the Pinakini or Penna River basin and adjoining the Yerraguntla outlier hills. This is the Muddanuru railway line. This is the Muddanuru, the gap down between the outliers of the Yerraguntla mountain ranges we talked about. Thank you very much, and next presentation will be what is the average village size of about all the all the three regions we talked about: South India, Central India, North India, Central India, South India, North India. We talk about the average village size around about 5 square kilometer. Here I put 4.8 square kilometers. So we'll talk about in the next presentation. And thank you very much, Mitronam, joining me today to know about this fascinating village, Chinnadandluru. And this is very important, I forgot to show you the entire concept of village and area and resources, human predicament, diachronic competition, redundancy, anxiety of living with 8100 million people on the planet Earth, ecological load, carrying capacity, taking over of the land for farming purpose, takeover, drawing down minerals, metals, the areas, ecological areas, that is the visible, invisible fossils, and adjoining the concrete jungles, deserts, that is the towns, where the villages provide the food, fodder, fiber resources, rather than looking at the GDP, gross domestic product, which is the world style of looking. All these things can be related if you deeply understand the villages and urban human civilization in the ecological perspective. That's what we covered Chinnadandluru village broadly. Thank you very much, Mitronam, joining me today. See you later in other presentation. Your presenter, Dr. J. Reddy.